Well, I hope you like those swim baits because that's what we're talking about in today's video. I'm out here in the garage. It's hot. I got the fan blowing. It's probably 90 degrees outside, so who knows how hot it is inside the garage that's been closed up all day long. But we're gonna get through this video. I'm gonna give you some awesome information. I'm gonna let you know who made those swim baits. I'm gonna let you know what hook to use for swim baits like that. And I'm gonna give you more information on places to go if you wanna get these yourself or just to watch some awesome YouTube content and someone to follow on Instagram. So like I said a second ago, it's really hot out here. So I just shot that intro and I came back out here in the garage, sat down, and I had to get myself a drink. And if you guys have followed me for a while, I'm an energy drink guy, so I had to go get my Rockstar energy drinks. That's what I had in the refrigerator. So bear with me, I will be probably taking a drink of this here and there because it is hot and thirsty. But these are some awesome swim baits. Chris Jones has an awesome YouTube channel called Worst Fishing, has a website where he sells plastic baits that he makes. And if you go to Worst Fishing, you're definitely gonna learn how to pour your own plastics from somebody that's been doing it a long time. So we've got 3 different swim baits that we're gonna be looking at. 2 of them are actually the same, and then we got one other one that's pretty cool. And I don't know that you guys have actually seen one like this before. I know you've seen hard baits that are like the swim bait that I'm about to show you. And it's kind of unique because I'd never seen a swim bait that looked like this. And Chris did the video on his Worst Fishing YouTube channel and showed everybody how you can make this one yourself. So let's get into that. I'm gonna take a drink of this real quick. And let's get into this swim bait. So this first swim bait is, I didn't measure it, but I'm guessing that this is probably maybe 5 inches long. It's got a little bit of weight to it because it's all solid plastic in there. And one of the cool things about this swim bait is it's clear dipped. What that means is when you are done pouring this, you get some plastic all ready to go. Just clear plastic, no glitters, no flakes, no nothing. You hold it by the tail and you dip it inside of that clear plastic, and then it gives it a nice, clean, shiny look on the outside. As you can see, this one has eyes in it. And then here's what's cool about this one is it has these other little tiny plastic swim baits inside of it. So it's giving you that live target bait ball, shad ball look in a plastic swim bait. So if you like those, I think Live Target might make them, I think is the brand that makes it. I'm not exactly sure, I could be wrong on that, but that might be the brand. They have those different jerk baits, crank baits, whatever, and they're hard baits and they look like they have a little bait school or bait ball inside of that bait. And this is kind of replicating that inside of a plastic swim bait. So not only do you have the big profile of the swim bait itself, you also have the small shad inside of that bait. So you got one on this side and it's got eyes on it, and then you got another one on the other side that has eyes on it as well. And it just gives it a little bit different look than you're gonna get from most of your traditional swim baits. So between that last take and this take, I did go measure this swim bait. It is 5 inches. It's a full soft plastic swim bait. The clear dip is in a perfect spot because if you go too far, you might inhibit some of that tail action, but it's far enough down that I think the tail is gonna still work really well. It's gonna give it a good, nice kick in the back. And I'm bummed that I didn't get to fish this before I filmed this video, but as you guys know, my boat is up for sale right now, so it's up at the dealership. So I don't have my boat. I haven't had a chance to fish this, and I don't know how much fishing I'm gonna be able to do between now and when I go out to the US Open at Lake Mead, but I have a feeling this might be a good search bait because sometimes in that clear water, especially if there's no wind or there's no low light or anything like that, a lot of times the fish will follow a bait like this, so you can kind of get an idea of where some quality fish are or different areas that have a good population of fish. So Chris sent me a couple more swim baits, like I said in the beginning of this video, and these are what they look like right here. Need a drink real quick, so bear with me. When I first look at these, I definitely think trout. That's my initial thoughts when I look at this bait. But I think it could also pass for a perch, a bluegill, but I definitely think trout because it has that pink line right down the middle. But I think you could also use it as a bluegill or perch imitation because it has that orange bottom and that green pumpkin or that watermelon color on top and those black lines coming down. There's also some big kind of like a goldish color flake in it that's kind of unique. I haven't seen a swim bait with those big, large gold flakes in it. But once again, these are both 5-inch swim baits, and I definitely think they would be a killer trout imitation for lakes that have trout in them. And a lot of times where those trout are, you got big bass. Now, many of you know that I'm from California, and swim baits are pretty popular out here in California, and trout colored can really dominate at times, especially in the past down here in Southern California, because we have smaller lakes. They stock trout in those lakes in the wintertime, and those bass would start chomping on those trout, and that's how these California bass got so big, especially down here in Southern California. That trout colored swim bait bite has slowly kind of died a little bit because they're not stocking trout in our lakes down here as much, but there are other places that still do stock trout, places in Northern California that just have trout in there all the time. I know that the spotted bass especially would definitely eat a bait just like this. This past January I was up at Lake Shasta, and everybody in that tournament got smoked by the guy that won. His name's escaping me right now, but he absolutely destroyed the entire field. Like, nobody was even close, and he was throwing a swim bait. It obviously wasn't this one, but I'm just saying that story just to give you context that swim baits can catch giant fish. You can win tournaments throwing swim baits, and swim baits are definitely something that I need to start throwing a lot more and get a lot more familiar with. So like I said before, I'm not an expert when it comes to throwing baits like this by any means. I don't pretend to be, but I did ask Chris when we were talking about, you know, getting these baits from him and putting this video together and stuff like that. I wanted to have a recommendation to tell you, so that way if you got baits from him, maybe you get one of these exact baits, or you have your own, you know, 5-inch soft plastic swim baits like this and you're not sure what hook to use or something like that. I wanted to have a recommendation, and since he fishes these and he makes these, I wanted to pass along the recommendation that he had to you guys, which was an 8 to a 10-aught weighted swim bait hook. And just to make sure I had the right idea, I sent him a picture of the owner weighted beast hook, and he said, yeah, that would work perfect. So my recommendation for this kind of a bait right here would be the 8 to a 10-aught owner beast hook. He said you want to use a weighted one. So if you're gonna get a bait from him, maybe one of these swim baits like I have right here, or another one in another color that you like, paired up with a 8 to a 10-aught owner beast hook. There's gonna be links in the description of this video to his website, to his YouTube channel, to his Instagram, and also where you can get some of those owner beast hooks. So before I go, I really am asking you guys to go follow his Instagram page. It's World's Worst Fishing on Instagram. I got a link. I'll put a link in the description of this video. Go give him a follow. I really want to help him grow his page on Instagram. He's got a really large YouTube following. He's got, you know, over 15,000 subscribers on his YouTube channel, where he does plastic pouring videos. You can actually see how he makes this one, this bait school swim bait. He put a video out on that. It was really cool, and we kind of are collaborating right now, and I just wanted to share his channel with you, his Instagram page with you guys, because I think he's a wealth of knowledge. He makes some pretty cool stuff, and if you want to get some custom plastics done by him, like this one or like this one, you know, obviously your imagination is the limit. He might ask you for a picture or something like that, but go contact him. His website is landisthelimit.com. There's going to be a link in the description of this video for that as well. But please go give him a follow on Instagram. Go check out his YouTube channel. Give him a subscribe as well. I think you'll have a lot of good information coming your way. Maybe you don't pour plastics or anything like that, but it's kind of, sometimes it's nice to just know how things are made. Maybe eventually you want to get into it and you'll have a little bit of a foundation or something like that. But at least go follow his Instagram page. I really want to help him grow that. So thanks for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed checking out these awesome custom swim baits that I got from Chris Jones, from landisthelimit.com, and from World's Worst Fishing on YouTube. Thanks again for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up. Please comment if you are interested in getting any of these baits, what kind of pattern you would want. Maybe you want the bait school, maybe you want, you know, a trout, maybe you want a bluegill or a perch or whatever. Comment down below, and please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, guys.